morning. Time for video 12 and a repeat of those challenging fire poses we introduced in video 10. Remember? I'm sure you remember. Difficult to forget undergoing such intensity. Remember that in yoga nothing is without purpose. So doing exercises like those fire poses, many people would like to skip them because they are so uncomfortable, challenging. But nothing in yoga is without practical purpose. And everything has an answer. First of all, you undergo this intensity and discomfort to learn to control your impulses, your instinctive reaction to whatever it is that the outside world is throwing at you. So just try to even imagine of the incredible value that this has, to learn to control your instinctive impulses. That means, in a practical sense, an enormous reduction of the conflicts that you have in your daily life. Which is one of the biggest causes of unhappiness, of stress. Okay? The answer I'm talking about is there is a particular way of dealing with undergoing such discomfort and such challenging poses. And that is, you practice non-violence. So you consciously undergo the discomfort, but when it gets too much, when you feel that it starts destroying your harmony, you allow yourself to stop doing the exercise. You take a little rest, and either you repeat the exercise or you move on to the next. So it's a very sensible approach. Let's give it a try. Close our eyes for a moment. Just for a minute we clear the clutter. you slowly open the eyes again. Before we get to the fire poses, we start with one standing pose. First Tadasana as a basis. We always start standing poses with Tadasana, so distribute the weight on the foot soles, place the feet parallel, straighten the legs, tilt the pelvis a little bit forward, shoulders a little bit back, stretch up the back of the neck. This is a drill that eventually becomes routine. Prasarita Padottanasana, first variation. Second variation will soon be introduced as well. Spread the feet to the point that you have an angle of approximately 90 degrees in the groin. Then we turn the toes inwards so that the heels dig into the floor and the outside of the legs is fully extended, which is an element that you find in the Sanskrit name, Prasarita Padottanasana. Okay, inhale deep. This is a forward bend. Inhale deep. Exhale. Maintaining a hollow back, pivoting on the hip joints, we bend forward. We place the hands on the floor, not here, but in line with the feet. Approximately shoulder width apart, in line with the feet. Extending the spine, we go down as far as our flexibility allows, without bending the back. Try to visualize the tailbone pointing up towards the ceiling. Now, for most of you, this might not be possible, but this exercise has a step 2. People who are very flexible, they go to the next stage. Using pressure on the floor with the hands, you push yourself deeper into the pose. You end up with your head between your hands and your feet in line. You end up looking at the ceiling behind your buttocks. Okay, then we slowly come back. Relax for a moment, take a deep breath. Then we lie down on the back. It's time for the fireworks. Lie down on the back. Urdhva Prasarita Padottanasana. Pada and Uttan means foot and stretched up. Urdhva means upwards, facing upwards. Prasarita, extended. Literally the feet extended upwards pose. Stretch out the arms. Straighten the legs. Then before you raise the legs, tilt the pelvis so that the lower back is flat against the floor. This is to avoid lower back problems in the long term. Tilt the pelvis, raise the legs to an angle of 30 degrees off the ground. Now this is the heaviest part of the exercise. You have to hang in there a little bit, but never stop breathing. Don't grind the teeth and say no pain, no gain. Choose to remain calm and controlled. 60 degrees. First time we did it short, but then we repeat it. This time we'll do it longer and we don't repeat. 90 degrees. And notice that the feet are not pointing, but the opposite. You flex the toes and you push the heels, which leads to a full extension of the back of the legs. This is the easiest stage. If you have the flexibility to maintain 90-degree angle. From 90 degrees we go back to 60 degrees. Don't forget to breathe. And from 60 degrees we go back to 30 degrees. And then slowly and controlled we lower the feet to the floor and we relax. It's very important in that last stage that you don't lose control and just drop your legs, happy that you're done. Stay controlled to the very last moment. Try to imagine the incredible value this will have in your normal daily life. That you try to stay in control up until the very last moment, up until completion of whatever it is that you do. Never give up. Never cut corners. Okay. The next fire pose is the whole boat. Paripurna Nava. Nava, like the Italian nave, is a boat. Paripurna means whole, complete. It's important that you start with a straight back, and then while you find balance on your sitting bones, tilting back, that you maintain that straightness of the upper body, because most people end up like this. Keep the back straight and balance on the sitting bones. Don't hold the breath. Try to remain even-minded, calm and composed until you can't anymore, and then you must be sensible enough to come back and relax for a moment. Okay, so we slowly come back and we take a little rest in the tailor pose. Asana. Artha means half. It's a half boat. The only difference in the half boat is that you, instead of keeping the arms horizontal, you clasp the fingers and put the hands behind the head. This changes the dynamic a little bit. It changes the balance a little bit. But we must keep the back straight like the previous pose, and then find balance on the sitting bones. Keep breathing, don't forget, very important, most important. And slowly and controlled, you come back Do not lose control up until the very last moment. Then we lie down again. Relax for a moment. We have Salambasarvangasana, Halasana, and we end with Savasana. Salambasarvangasana is the plow pose, the shoulder stand straight. Halasana is the plow pose with the feet over the head. And then you slowly come back into Savasana. Stretch up the arms. And also in this pose we try to go in and out of the pose slowly and controlled. Raise the legs, raise the hips, move the hands toward the back. Wriggle the shoulders a little bit as you see me doing in order to actually stand on the shoulders, not on the neck. You must be able to put some fingers under the neck. And then with the support of the hands, you actively stretch up with the heels up towards the ceiling and consolidate. Then we move on to Halasana without coming back. Feet down, clasp the fingers, hands down, push the hands down. And try to push the buttocks up toward the ceiling. Okay, then we slowly come back through the shoulder stand. We first get back standing straight. Then we stretch up the arms above the head like we started and slowly and controlled. We roll down the spine and lower the legs. Don't destroy any furniture on the way down. And we end up in Savasana. The corpse pose. Close the eyes. Breathe deep and calm. Relax the whole body. Okay, then we clasp the fingers, and we stretch ourselves out, and we slowly come back. Now pay attention to this. Many yoga teachers tell you to come back in this way, very lazily, very comfortably. Not correct. I hope by now you understand that yoga is all about strength. Because strength is energy, is health, is higher consciousness. One does not go without the other. So yoga in the first stages is really about building strength, building energy, and that being the foundation for what is to follow. So I always come back in this way. Even coming out of Savasana, we are building strength, energy. Sit on the cushion, fold a towel or blanket. In the same way, most teachers mistakenly tell you to relax in a pose. It's not correct. Yes, you are standing still. No, you are not relaxing. What you're really doing is you are engaging. Without engagement, there is no vital energy. So even while you're standing still, you engage. And that's why the alignment is so important. Because alignment is only possible by engagement. What kind of engagement? It's not a maximum engagement, because then you disturb the balance, the harmony. It's not a relaxation, the opposite of the maximum engagement, because then there is no generation of vital energy. The answer is in the middle. The famous middle way, or the golden mean of the Buddha. This golden mean applies to everything in life, including, and very importantly, how you engage in your yoga pose. Now, Patanjali said, yoga posture is straight and easy. Yoga posture becomes easy when you do it regularly. If you only do it once in a while, you always struggle and you always suffer. You do it regularly, you become healthy and strong, then posture becomes easy. That does not imply relaxing in a pose. It becomes easy because you're strong and healthy. Straight, that is the straightness we talk about all the time. The alignment, the engagement. Not straight is this. Straight is this. It is the utthita. In the triangle pose and the wide triangle pose, utthita. Almost every exercise so far has an element of straightness in the word ud, the Sanskrit stem word for straightness, which is directly implicating engagement, active engagement. Impossible without. And yoga doesn't work without that engagement, without that straightment. Okay, let's close our eyes for a moment. Five minutes observation. Slowly open the eyes again. Nice, eh? Priceless, I would say. If you have questions, please leave them in the comment section, either on Facebook or below the video. I will always answer your questions if you have any, even nasty ones. Thank you for watching. Have a lovely day, and looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you. Bye-bye.